guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your week ahead reading. Just to let you know how the reading's going to go, we do your weekly check-in first. Then we have a look at more specifically your work, stroke finance, and we also have a look at your love life during the week. If you'd like to see a particular reading, so if you'd like to only look at your work reading or only your love reading or maybe just the general reading, timestamps are below. So you just click on the time and it will take you straight through to the reading that you want to view. I'd like to say, guys, thanks ever so much for joining me this week for your reading. And yeah, sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi guys, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is the 20th to the 26th of January 2020, week ahead reading. For the week, cards that I'm using are, for your week ahead reading general, we're using the This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman. We're also going to be using for any clarifiers that we might want to, any areas we might want clarified, we use the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. For your second reading, which just looks at your work and your love life for the week, we use the 78 Elemental Tarot. And this is by 81 artists, so there's 81 cards in there, 3 additional ones, and it's illustrated by 81 different artists. Amazing deck that is. For your advice, spiritual advice for the week, we are using the Quantum Oracle deck and also the Power of Surrender cards. Okay, so sit back, relax and enjoy. Hi Capricorn, we're going to do your week ahead reading now, starting off with your general reading. Okay, hi Capricorn, so we've got your cards down. Let's have a look at what's going on. So this area here, I'll tell you how I do this Celtic cross, because I've devised this Celtic cross for the week ahead readings, okay? So this is my own spread for the week ahead. Okay, so what we're looking at here, Capricorn, is this is going to be what you're experiencing. So this is what the experience will be for the week, this area here. This is what's influencing the experience, whatever that is here. This is what's at the heart of the matter. So what's the situation all about? This is it here. This is what you've been experiencing in the last 2 to 3 weeks, and this is what the most likely situation is going to be. So what is the most likely evolvement of the situation going to be based on these energies here? This is what's coming into the week for you, so latter stages maybe of the week. This is how you're handling everything. This is what the universe advises you to do, or how you should approach or handle the situation. This is what your hopes or fears are, and this is where everything is evolving. So as a result of what's coming in here, what is evolving from that going forward? Okay, hope that makes sense. Let's have a look. What's the situation around you then in the week, Capricorn? Right, the Four of Coins, that's you. All right, Four of Coins is third deacon in Capricorn, so that's you. You guys are saving money. Your focus this week is all about saving money, holding on to your money, protecting your money. What's influencing you doing that? All right, strength. So I just feel with the strength energy, there's an element of self-control that's needed. It's funny that we're getting so many money card readings for the signs. I've done, I think for Pisces and Cancer especially, not so much Scorpio. Pisces and Cancer, definitely seeing money issues around them, but there's a determination with Capricorn. It's strength. So strength is all about determination and willpower and the need to control the urge. The urge is the lion, and that's the human side of you. So this is humanity. The lady's name, Strength, that's Leo the lion. So this is all about your need to control your urges. Probably the urge to spend, probably the urge to go to the sales, probably the urge to do that type of thing. But there's a really kind of a very strong desire within the strength energy to save your money, to look after your money, to protect your funds. What's the root cause of all of this though? You've had some problems. Three of Swords. You might have had some bad news with the Three of Swords energy showing here. There might have been something disappointing happening with the Three of Swords energy. It might be that you got a bill with the Three of Swords energy, for example. Maybe something that you missed. Maybe with the Three of Swords energy, it's about a family situation. Maybe you're fighting a court case or a divorce or whatever the case might be with the Three of Swords. Three Swords, though, is also expanded knowledge, all right? Because the swords represent information, knowledge, awareness, ideas. And because it's a 3 is expansion, this could simply be that there's been an expanded sense of awareness here. So it might not necessarily be that there's a problem here, Capricorn. It might be that you guys are just basically evolving and kind of understanding exactly what it is that you should be doing with your money. Maybe some of you guys are kind of like, well, no, it might be a resolution for some of you guys. You know, you might say, well, yeah, 2020 is going to be the year where I start saving my cash instead of spending it, because I'm influenced by strength, where strength is, you know, I'm now very determined. I'm very motivated now with the strength energy. You know, this is all about me controlling my urges this year, and I'm going to be looking after my money. That's what you guys are doing this week, because not just because maybe there's, for some of you guys, it may be that there's a bit of a problem here. Maybe there's been a bill, or, you know, you owe some money or something like that with the 3 of Swords, some disappointment happened. But also for some of you guys, Capricorn, it's going to be a case of, well, because of the 3 of Swords, I've got this kind of expanded sense of awareness now and knowledge that I really need to be doing this. Some of you guys, it might be that, you know, you might say, oh, I'm in my 40s now. You know, 2020 is now the year that I'm going to have to start getting serious about cash. What's happened within the last 2 to 3 weeks for some of you guys? You might have had some communication, some news that suddenly arrived. It might be something to do with this. So there might be something like a bill suddenly arriving, you know, through the post on your doorstep, you know, something that you forgot about. Maybe something to do with your taxes, that type of thing. What's the most likely outcome from this situation? Or where is everything heading? Where's the most likely place that this is going to? Where is this heading more than likely based on everything? The Ace of Swords, breakthrough. Being in a place of power, the Ace of Swords energy. So overcoming, the Ace of Swords energy. Success after a period of difficulty, Ace of Swords energy. Breakthrough, Ace of Swords energy. So it's very positive. Where everything is heading is Ace of Swords. It's a breakthrough, it's positive, it's success, it's power in your hands. It's very, very good. Coming in what you're experiencing here. Okay, 4 of Wands is happiness and stability within the home, I'm seeing in within this week. Okay, you've got 2 4s as well. So multiple 4s talk about that you're starting to build a foundation. You've got a plan that you're working on, but there's more to be achieved. So this is definitely the week for some of you guys to be working on those plans. You know that there's more things to be achieved showing here, but you're working on it, which is nice. So obviously you've not completed stuff. You're nowhere near finished. But I do feel that you're at the start of a new kind of phase showing up here, Capricorn, which I think is excellent. And I think that you're determined to overcome and to achieve something here. There's a lot more work to do, which is fine, and it's normal. Let's have a look at how you're approaching everything. Death. Okay, so I feel that you're approaching everything in terms of, how do you approach things? If you're death, you're approaching things in terms of, I think that you're approaching things from a different perspective, because death is a change. So I feel that you're approaching things from a very, very, very different perspective. All right, I think that you're approaching everything from a very different perspective, a very different position with the death energy. You're very much changed. You're very much transformed as an individual here. What is the universe advising you to do? Queen of Cups is the advice. I feel that you still need to kind of, because with the 4 of Coins. This is definitely you, because 4 of Coins is a Capricorn card. It's 3rd Deacon Capricorn. That is definitely you on the card. So your focus is on protecting your assets, protecting your money, because maybe you've had some bad news. It's saying in the last 2 to 3 weeks you had some news coming through. And the root issue is all about maybe it being bad, 3 of Swords energy. And you're influenced to do this because with the strength energy showing here, this is all about determination, overcoming an obstacle maybe as well with the strength energy. But also, with the strength energy, it's all about self-control. So there's a need for you guys to be, very controlled with your cash. Maybe because you've got some news or some information. Maybe it's a bill come through. Oh, I better be careful with cash because I've got to pay this bill, blah, blah, blah. And you'll do it because the most likely outcome is going to be the Ace of Swords. You've also got a lot of happiness coming in this week as well. Feeling stable, feeling secure, feeling happy in your home with the 4 of Wands energy. It's also a week with the 2 4s in the reading for starting to build new things. Yes, you've got a way to go with it, but you're starting to build this new foundation showing in there, which is nice. But just leave a little room, I think the universe is saying, to be open as well, and to open your heart to things, to other things as well. It's not just about saving money, because especially if you... The thing is, what happens is if you become so much like the Four of Coins sometimes, like I've got to save because I've got this, no, strength energy, what's influencing me is that I've got all this self-control, blah, 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 blah. And that's very good. It's excellent to do that, especially if you've been, and this might simply be for some of you Capricorns, well, I spent a bit over Christmas. I spent a lot, in fact, on food and drink and presents, and now I'm going to have to conserve cash because that's what the Four of Coins is. But the universe is saying our advice to you is do the Queen of Cups energy here, is just to open your heart up a little bit as well, and don't be afraid to share as well, because she's sharing, and she's sharing her food. Can you see? Now, just a little bit of a hint here on tarot cards. Cup cards are not just about love, they're also about food and water. They are vessels. So you see that cup there, that's her food, that's her resources. The advice also is don't become so kind of mean and feel the need to hanker down and conserve everything you've got, Capricorn, because you've got things that you need to pay out or bills that have come in, or, and there's the need here to kind of like conserve your cash and to be very self-controlled. The advice also is don't be afraid to share what you have as well, and to share your resources, because she's got her cup on full display on the card. She's opening her cup up to those that need it. That's the Queen of Cups for you. She's sharing, she's caring, she's nurturing. So don't be afraid to share your resources at the same time, your food, the things that you have for maybe those that still might need it. Do you see what I mean? Some of you guys might even maybe decide to, I'm not going to say you are, but, example of this Capricorn would be, for example, I'm going to cut all all the people that I give donations to, or all the charities I support, I might even cut, because he's very much about cutting everything. The Four of Coins. This isn't about you guys being self-serving. This is about you guys trying to pay something off. This is about you guys trying to be careful and, sensible with your cash, because you've probably overindulged somewhere along the line, and now there's a need to be very self-controlled. The strength energy influencing that Four of Coins. But the universe is saying to you, Capricorn, that's good. No problem with that. But if you, don't, still find room to be kind and to, to share some of the stuff that you've got, because when the law of attraction says that if you and sometimes the Four of Coins can be one of those cards where you are living in fear, so you're doing everything. This man is so fearful of giving anything away, because he feels that if he gives something away, he's going to lose it. He's going to lose a part of his own value, he's going to lose a part of his security, whereas the universe says, well, if you give something out here, you're always going to get back. So even if you give something away to someone, if somebody comes to you and they say, and you've got it, but you're afraid to spend it because you say, no, I've got this and that to do, so I'm just not going to do that. But you've got a little bit of surplus cash, which he usually does, to be perfectly honest with you. And you say, no, I can't give this to you. I can't help you because I've told myself I'd be more self-control. I've got all these things to do. Well, even if you've got a little bit of surplus cash, the universe will say, well, share a little bit of it, because if whatever you share out, you'll still get it back. You will still get it back. So I just think that looking between the lines in the reading, Capricorn, I think it's a month or a week for not living in the fear. Don't live in fear, and don't be fearful around money, because some of you guys, to all intents and purposes, you're doing a great thing for yourself. But from what I can see in that advice card there, it would feel to me that Capricorn somewhere along the line might be living with a lack consciousness. It feels like you've got this lack consciousness, which is why you're hankering down on so much stuff. It might not be that you're just curtailing certain spending. You might also be saying, oh, actually, I'm not going to give to charity, or not that you are. I'm just saying one example could be, well, I'm going to cut this charity, or that, I've got things to do for myself. And it's saying still leave a little bit open, still give a little bit, because that's the Queen of Cups, and she's giving what's in her bowl. It's a resource, it's food, or it's a resource that you hold on to, because cups can also be very similar to pentacles. They're resources, they're the things, they're the food and the drink, that we have. So don't be afraid to open up a little bit and share a little bit of what you've got, because you'll always get it back. You'll always get it back. What are your hopes or fears? I feel that your hopes are to set a few boundaries on stuff, all right? And also, again, there's this idea about control as well. You got 3 4s in the reading, which is interesting, showing up here. Multiple 4s mean stability. So the ethos for you guys is all about making sure that you're stable and secure. All right, but you've still got to allow a little bit of room. If somebody needs a bit of help, don't be afraid to help them, okay? But your hope would be to put a few boundaries on stuff. It's to be strict with yourself with the Emperor energy. showing up here is to be careful and strict and cautious, to put a few limitations and boundaries around what you usually do with this Emperor energy showing here. What is the overall, where are things leading to? But this is nice, because coming in, you've got this Four of Wands, happiness and joy and contentment in your everyday life, coming in the week with the Four of Wands. Where are things evolving to from that card showing there? The Seven of Swords. So I feel that it's avoiding, it's evolving, things are evolving from the Four of Wands to the Seven of Swords. So we do have an increase here. It goes from a 4 to a 7. But the Seven of Swords is where somebody is avoiding something. You're avoiding what? I'm just going to clarify that and get the card. I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to see what you're running away from. Because I think this is avoiding. I think that, this is the 4. So coming in, you're experiencing the Four of Wands, which should be stability and security in the home. And it's evolving to the Seven of Swords. You know what, this isn't even I'll say it's avoiding, but I'm going to turn it around. You're actually not doing something here. In order to get that, you have to do that. So what are you avoiding doing here? What are you avoiding doing here? It'll be a good card. It'll be something like you're avoiding the Empress, spending, or Three of Cups, indulging. It'll probably be an indulgence card, I reckon, or something like that. What is this thing that they're avoiding? Show me in one card. Well, the Knight of Swords. I think doing anything, well, the Knight of Swords is here. And it's facing away. So you're avoiding doing, being reckless. Knight of Swords, I'm going to explain that as the reckless card. It's not a cup, no. But still, there's recklessness that comes with the Knight. So you're avoiding being reckless, all right? So how it's evolving, how this happiness. And I feel the security, and I want to see what it is that you're secure with. Because the security, for me, I would guess that security is about just being secure and contented to have what you have. And not feeling that you need to go out and spend materially to be happy. What is a Capricorn content with on that Four of Wands, please? What are they content with? Yeah, the Ace of Cups. You're just content with love. Ace of Cups is love. And it's abundance. So it's emotional abundance. It's family love. It's, it's what you have. So you're content just to have the love of the family, I think, with the Ace of Cups. Or the love of the people around you with the Ace of Cups energy. I'm going to call that love. Alright, it's not an Ace of Coins, it's not any of that, it's the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is all about the love. And I think that you're contented coming in, you're just feeling a real sense of contentment to have the love around you. But also we've only got the one cup here as well. But also the Ace of Cups is a new beginning and to do things in a fresh way. So you're feeling really contented, not only, with the love of the family, but also you're feeling really kind of secure and contented in doing something new. All right, now you can see that there's an overflow of water here. So I feel there's a great deal of emotional contentment as well within this, because the Ace of Cups is all about the emotion. Ace of Cups is the overflow of abundance, okay? I feel that it's this new beginning as well with the Ace of Cups. You're contented about this new path, because aces and pages in the tarot, they're all about the new path that people are on. So you're contented in this new path with the Ace of Cups energy, and it's evolving. So how this situation will evolve going forward is that you're going to be very cautious about doing anything reckless. So I think this is an exceptional reading, because when you do tarot, guys, you read the cards, not how the card is written in a book. I.e. the Seven of Swords is about deception. It wouldn't make any sense to read it that way in this reading. So you have to adapt the card to the reading. So you look at another meaning for the card. The other meaning for the Seven of Swords is avoidance. Another meaning for the Seven of Swords is cautiousness. So some of you guys, it's evolving to you guys being, you're thinking before you leap. So in fact, the Seven of Swords now becomes a thinker, because the Seven of Swords also means a strategist. The Seven of Swords also means someone who plans ahead before they go and do stuff. So you are avoiding, with that Seven of Swords energy, being too rash, being too reckless. In other words, what I think may have happened here for some of you Capricorns, is that here, where you're showing in the week as being the Four of Coins, yourself, third decan Capricorn. So Capricorn is really being careful with its money. Can you see how you hold on to the Pentacles, Capricorn? You're like, I ain't spending anything. I'm being deadly serious about my cash. I'm not spending shit. I'm not spending nothing. I'm accounting for everything, because you know what I'm influenced by? Strength. Okay, so strength is also mastership. It's mastering. So you've mastered some form of knowledge here, but also you are very influenced by the need for self-control now, because perhaps and it makes sense, that Knight of Swords, you're avoiding being reckless. Some of you guys are being careful with your cash because you're influenced by the need now to be self-control. You're controlling the lion. The lion wants to go and do what it wants to do, i.e. wants to go and spend. But you're like, I can't go and spend anymore because I've been reckless. The Knight of Swords energy showing here. So you say, I'm going to do that. And also because at the heart of the matter is the Three of Swords. Maybe you guys have had some problems. Maybe with the Three of Swords energy, you've had some, an unexpected bill come in, or the bill that for the electricity or something was higher because in the last 2 to 3 weeks, you've experienced some messages, information coming through. It could have been bills coming to the house, the electricity bill or the gas bill or something like that is higher than you expect. You're like, shit. Oh man, I did all this reckless spending over Christmas and stuff and the new year, and now I've got all these bills, and I'm going to have to be really careful what I spend because I've got to spend those bills. So you go into kind of, survival mode here. The most likely outcome, judging on all of this stuff, where things are evolving most likely based on the energies we've seen so far, is the Ace of Swords. You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Yes, you are going to make a few cuts with the Ace of Swords energy, but also you're very powerful at the same time. And after a little bit of a struggle and stuff, you'll be fine. You'll cut through it. You'll be fine. You're going to be in a place of power. Don't worry about it. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me, I'm just going to get some water. Sorry about that, guys. It's just that when you talk as much as I do, private readings, YouTube ones, you tend to get a dry throat. Okay, let's carry on. So yeah, that makes sense. However, coming in, you've got this card, the Four of Wands, which says that you guys are going to be experiencing a great deal of happiness. Four of Wands energy. Now, I could have said something like, maybe they'll experience, some unexpected news. Maybe some abundance is coming to them. Ace of Cups is abundance. There's a lot of money. If it's a money thing, you're getting a lot of money through. Could be that for some of you guys, okay? So you could be getting something like some load of money through, but you would still do the same thing. Even if you got a load of money through here, you would still avoid being reckless with it anyway. But also for some of you guys, in the main, I would say that coming in though, you guys are going to be feeling really happy and really secure. The Ace of Cups is this new beginning, this new path, because of this new path, this new beginning that you're on, this new trajectory that you're on with the Ace of Cups energy. Now, how you're approaching everything here, the being cautious with your money, the self-control, you're approaching it through the eyes of death. There's a transformation here that Capricorn's gone through. You're approaching it from a different perspective now. Death is changed. So you're different to how you were, from a different position. The universe, though, the advice is don't be too hard on yourself, Capricorn. If somebody needs help, be open to giving them that help. Still share your resources. If you've got the resources, if you've got the food, if you've got the whatever it is, don't be afraid. Don't go to, because he's afraid to share anything. And even though it's commendable what you're doing, because you're understanding that you do need to be more responsible, that's absolutely fine. But don't do it to the detriment of still helping others. Because if you are so mean with what you have, which I'm not saying that you are, but sometimes when we're really kind of up against the caution, we've got those bills and we've overspent, we are likely to turn around and say, ah, shit, man, I'm not giving anybody anything. I'm not loaning anything. I'm not good. Oh, no. And then it goes into fear territory. So the universe is saying, my advice to you, Capricorn, is don't be afraid, regardless of this, to help others if you can. Queen of Cups, because the bowl is open. So if somebody comes to you and they say, I'm a bit broke, say your sister or your brother comes, I'm a bit broke this month, I've got no food to give the kids, share what you have. Because if you share, it's just going to come back to you. It really will. Your goal is, I think, your hopes are with the Emperor is to really hanker down on everything. Number one, get yourself back into a position of power again, because it might be that your finances are a little bit depleted. But the other thing I think, Capricorn, with the Emperor is really to put some boundaries around what you've done before. It's just to be sensible with that Emperor energy showing there. The overall outcome from where we see a great deal of security and happiness and stability with that Four of Wands energy and this new path that you're taking with the Ace of Cups energy, with the love from your family. Maybe some of you guys have got some good news. You've got, an abundance of something coming in. Whatever the case is here, it's all good. However, you're learning some very important lessons here, because no matter what's happening there, Capricorn, it's leading to you guys avoiding being reckless. You won't be reckless. The Seven of Swords is running off from that knight. He's in the other direction. So you guys no longer, you don't want to be reckless. You've been reckless before. You say, I'm not doing it again, which is good. So I just feel that the reading, generally the The onus of this reading, Capricorn, is really just saying to you guys, you know what? It feels to me like you're changing your perspective on how you spend money in January, but it's because you've kind of found that you've probably got a whole load of bills coming that you weren't expecting. You're like, oh man, I've got these huge bills. But also some of you guys, it could be that the root issue for you is all about this expanded awareness with the Three of Swords energy. In the recent past, there's been an advancement, you know, a change of spirit with the Eight of Wands energy. Your vibrations have suddenly kind of moved into this kind of, you know, they've kind of moved upwards. There's been a change because eights are also changed, and the Three of Swords is expanded knowledge as well. And in the recent past, it's almost like this change of spirit, this advancement in terms of your spirit, your energy, all the rest of it. You're changing in terms of how you're using money, how you're spending money, because you recognize that maybe you need to spend it in a different way, and maybe you need to avoid. But for some of you guys, it will simply be a case of that, you know, Christmas is gone and you spent a lot of money, you've got these unexpected bills coming in, you need to anchor down and be careful, which is good, because how it's evolving is that you guys are changing the way that you do things. You're no longer with that Seven of Swords being Knight of Swords cautious. You're going to be very cautious about being too reckless with cash, which is a good thing. All right, but don't forget, Capricorn, you know, it's a good thing that you're doing. I think it's an exceptional reading. But if somebody needs your help, don't be afraid to open up and still share a little bit. It's not going to take anything away from you, and you will be repaid back tenfold from the universe. The universe, you give, what you give out is what you get back as well. All right? Okay, we're going to have a look at your work and your love reading. Please bear with me. Okay, Capricorn, so this is your work reading for the 20th to the 26th of January 2020. Let's have a look. Right, the Two of Cups is all about partnerships and agreements when it comes to a work reading. What have we got here? The Six of Wands. So it feels to me like a partnership and an agreement could be successful. Six of Wands, you might be being promoted or something like that with the Six of Wands energy. It just feels like you've got this successful agreement coming in. Could be involving a partnership, for example, showing here. Six of Wands energy, successful. So it just feels like you've got a job coming, or, you know, you're going to be offered a job, or maybe there's a promotion or something like that showing up here. Yeah, Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. It feels like you are rising above any challenges, but it also feels like you're on top with the Seven of Wands. It feels like you've beaten everybody out. It just feels like you've beaten all your competitors off. That's how it feels here, because you've got the Two of Water here, Two of Cups, which is a partnership. And then we've got the Six of Wands, which is success. Okay, Six of Fires, Six of Wands, which is success. It's recognition. It's support with the Six of Wands energy. It's being promoted to a higher level. So it almost feels like you're being promoted with the Six of Wands to a higher level showing here. So it could be a new job, or you're getting promoted in the job perhaps with those three cards. Capricorn, let's have a look at the next one. We've got the Knight of Swords. So very quickly, something fast moving. It's action, it's timing. Knight of Swords energy showing here. Four of Cups in the reverse. I feel that you're being asked to make a very quick decision here. I feel that you're being asked, because I see you guys, there's an agreement here. It almost feels like to promote you to a higher position maybe, or, you know, you've got in terms of an agreement here or a partnership, you've been successful and you've been elevated to this position here with the Seven of Wands. You've beaten off all your competitors, and it feels with the Knight of Swords and the Four of Cups reversed that you're being told to make a decision very quickly on whether you're going to take this or not. What's the next one showing here? The Tower. So the Tower is a surprise. It's a shift, unexpected energy showing up here. The Empress. So the Emperor and the Tower. I just feel that this is kind of like breaking away from boundaries. There's a boundary being broken here. Let's have a look at the Justice energy. You've got all these majors coming. Something is being rectified. Something is being now put back into balance. So it feels like boundaries are being broken down. Something being put back into balance here with the Justice energy show. Something being rectified with Justice energy. The Lovers, an agreement again, or a choice. You've got all majors. That's phenomenal. Look at that. This is a major week for some of you guys. Major choices, the Lovers energy. And oh my God, 5 in a row. Look at those. Look at those 5 major energies. Okay, this is something that is out of your control, I think, because often how I read major cards, sometimes this can be something that is out of your control, or something so big then it's not something to do with the mental. This is something that will affect your life, I think, going forward with these 5 major energies showing here, Capricorn, in the reading. So let's break them down. You've got the Tower. The Tower is a disruption. The Emperor is the boundary. So there's almost like a disruption or a breaking down of a boundary here with the Emperor energy here. Or Emperors are also stability and their walls. So it's almost like the breaking down of a boundary or breaking down of a wall here. Justice rectifies. It almost replenishes stuff. Choices, though. Choices with the Devil energy. Choices, sorry, with the Lover's energy. And then you've got the Devil card. So there's a limitation here. Choice is limited maybe with that Devil energy. Devil in terms of a work reading. Sometimes this can be where you're on the kind of like you're working on the 9 to 5, or you're working like in a job where it's kind of like repetitive, or you've got a really nasty boss or something like that with the Devil energy showing here. But you've got the Lovers, and sometimes this can be toxic as well. Okay, so toxic, Lovers, toxic. We've got the breaking away of a boundary here, the Emperor energy here, the breaking down of a wall or the breaking down of a system here. Justice energy, rectifying, bringing into balance. So justice brings things into balance here. Lovers and the Devil energy. I get the impression that this is actually kind of like where you work right now, maybe. Lovers and the Devil. I feel that there is a... sometimes this can be in league with the Devil, maybe, but it doesn't feel like that, judging by it. It feels like here, there's the breaking down of a system here. Okay, it feels like justice has been prevailed here. Justice prevails, the Lovers. Okay, so the Lovers, I feel that this is something, I think I need to read these two first, because it feels like you've got a toxic partnership here, and it feels that finally you can break away from a system here. Okay, it feels like you can break away from a system that justifies lovers being toxic, so partners being toxic, or groups of people being toxic. It actually feels that this is a massive message for you, because it feels in this energy here, Capricorn, and actually that could be you, the Devil. All right, now the Devil is all about, if you are the Devil, you're asserting yourself here. You're in a place of power here. You're in a place of great power. But I don't think it is you. Even though it is your major card, I actually don't get that being you, Capricorn. I get that being a toxic partnerships or toxic groups. The Lovers can be groups of people. It feels like toxic partnerships, and it feels like there is a breaking away of a system that encourages or justifies toxicity within groups. That's how it feels within that. And that's why it feels like in this area here, Capricorn, this is why the universe is kind of saying to you, well, look, there's an agreement here and it's going to be successful with the 6 of Wands energy. It's going to put you back in charge with the 7 of Wands, but you're going to have to decide quickly. All right, because it feels, that's what it feels like to me. It feels like the universe is saying, well, look, Capricorn, this week or going into the next 2 to 3 weeks, because I always like to give timing either way, that with the 2 of Water and the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, that there's an agreement. Capricorn, it's going to be successful. So a partnership agreement here. This is probably an interview you've been for, is going to be successful, and it's going to put you back on top. All right, but you need to make a decision quickly, which then says to me that Capricorn, if the universe is saying with the Knight of Swords and the 4 of Cups in the reverse, because the 4 of Cups in the reverse is about making a decision now. There's no time to procrastinate. In the upright, she procrastinates. There is an opportunity there, but she's like, oh man, I don't know. Let me think about this. But in the reverse, it's like, look, time's running out. You're going to have to do it now. And that Knight of Swords is quick. So it's like they want a very quick decision from you. These people that give you this job, they want a really quick decision here, Capricorn. And the universe is saying, look, you're going to have to decide quickly, because this agreement has been successful now. And with the 7 of Wands energy, it's put you back on charge. You're on top with the 7 of Wands energy. You know, you're on top. You've got the job. But they want you to decide quickly because you're procrastinating. The universe is almost like with these majors now, I think, trying to enforce something to you. It's saying, Capricorn, look. It gives you a chance now to break away from a system that allowed, with the Justice energy, lovers to be toxic. So, you know, the Lovers is groups of people around you, colleagues. So allowed lovers or groups or people that you were working around with the Lovers energy to be toxic, to be nasty, all the rest of it. So it's saying, well, what are you waiting for? You don't even like it where you are, and yet you've got something here. So it's saying, look, you've got the job, but you're going to have to decide like really quickly. So I think there's something coming in for some of you guys this week, Capricorn, but you're going to have to make the decision quickly. If you don't decide to do it, somebody else is going to get the job. They'll go for someone else. And also, it's giving you a chance to break away from a system that justified toxic lovers, toxic colleagues, toxic groups around you. It justified it. You probably went through shit within a job, within a corporation that was meant to be fair, but on the outside they present their face as being fair, but on the inside they're just corrupt, because the devil is corrupt. All right, corrupt groups. It justified corruption within the group, because the lovers is the group, and that's corruption. So let me do this one more time. Capricorn, it's saying for work, there's an agreement. All right, agreement has been approved. So agreement 2 of water has been approved, and you are now on top. 7 of Wands energy. You're now in a place of power here. In other words, you've got the job. All right, but they want you to agree to this quickly. They want you to decide quickly whether you want it or not. And also the universe says, look, Capricorn, don't procrastinate, because this is going to give you a chance. It's telling you very boldly in these majors, it's going to give you a chance to break away from a system, the Emperor, that approved, that justified, you know, corruption, the devil energy within their group, because the lovers is a group. So it literally justified it. It said it's okay to pick on this person. It's okay to bully these people. It's fine. We'll overlook it. We'll turn a blind eye. And you're being given a chance for some of you guys to literally let that go. So what do you want? All right, we're going to have a quick look. Let me have a look at what actually the advice is. Come to think about it. What's the spiritual advice on this? Universe Spirit, what is the spiritual advice you have for Capricorn on this reading in one card? What is the advice that you have for them? Spiritual advice you have for Capricorn on one card, show me. It says energy. You are carrying the energy of fear, and that's what I was saying. You don't like where you are, but yet when you're given an option and you have to decide quickly whether you're going to do it, you're just fearing. You're just fearing stuff here. All right? Okay. Fear will mean that you're going to lose the love of the person. There's a loving man here and there's loss. So you're fearing here. Your fear will lose you the loving man. So these are the people that like you. These are the people that want you to come and work for them and say, you got to decide quickly though. You're going to do it now or not. But your fear, if you hold back, you will lose the fear. You know, the loving people, the people that love you. All right? You will lose that, all right? You need to look to your higher self with the Spirit card and know that you have new and supportive connections around you showing up here, all right? In which you will discover, with the energy, with the intention of discovery, you will discover more loving people, more loving connections, the loving woman showing up here, okay? Showing up here, all right? I feel that you need to put out the energy of planning and action, because you've got some very dark thoughts going on with you, some of you Capricorns, concerning this. But if you have courage, with courage, if you put the energy of courage out there, okay, then you can basically proceed with peace. You can move forward with peace, all right? You know, you've got a chance here to sign a contract with the commitment card showing here. Okay, in which you can decrease the cycle, all right? Decrease the cycle that you're in right now and bring forth more friends and colleagues. Showing up here, okay? There's new beginnings around you. Sorry, I'm pulling so many cards. New beginnings, and you need to start looking at these new beginnings with optimism, all right? Simple as that, all right? You have an opportunity, so stop procrastinating. If you don't like where you are, change it. The universe is giving you a prime opportunity this week to change where you are. It really is. It's giving you a really good opportunity to do that. All right, we're going to get on with the next reading, which is your love reading. Bear with me. Okay, Capricorn, let's have a look at what's going on for your love. Let's have a look. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles. So this is for me when I look at this particular Six of Pentacles, you can see that the two hands, there are only two hands here. One is giving to the other. So there's generosity and kindness and support. I often see, if there's only two hands, I see it as a very supportive card, where there are only two people involved in a relationship and one gives to the other. Give and take is what this is. Three of Coins energy. So Three of Coins is about, I feel that kind of, it depends, because you could see this as a third party thing, but then the Three of Coins is actually working in partnership as well. So I feel that in your relationships this week, Capricorn, there is give and take. There's working as a partnership, working as a union with the Three of Coins energy showing here. Yeah, I mean, it's lovely. Two of Cups energy showing here. It's lovely. I think that this looks very good for relationships so far, because the Two of Cups energy is union. It's an emotional union. It's a psychic union. It's a mental union. But these two people work together emotionally. There's an emotional harmonious. I think that you work harmoniously together with this Three of Coins and the Two of Water. I'm seeing you guys working harmoniously together in a partnership, and I feel that with give and take, because of give and take, because both of you are giving to the situation and both taking as well, if that makes any sense. Because when we look at give and take, it talks about, you know, fairness in relationships. It's a number 6, so 6 is represent fairness, balance and harmony. So I feel that with the Six of Coins, it's give and take in terms of relationships, and both of you working together in a harmonious partnership, okay? Because this is harmonious and this is partnership. So I see you working in a very harmonious partnership with the partner. Let's have a look at the next one. We've got the Nine of Wands energy. So this is all about protecting the relationship with the Nine of Wands, but also this can be where something is coming, something is about to come to a head. Nine of Wands energy showing here. The Seven of Pentacles. This is nice. I think that you're about to realize the fruits of your labor. Things are actually paying off in this relationship, whether that's a marriage proposal, whether that's moving in together, because the Nine of Wands is very close to the payoff of the Seven of Coins. The Seven of Coins is seeing all, and you can see the hard work here, that you've worked together as very much as a harmonious unit. All right, there's been a lot of give and take in the relationship. You've worked together as a very harmonious pair, a very harmonious unit, and you're very close to things now paying off with the Nine of Wands and that Seven of Coins energy showing there. What's the next one showing up here? The Star. So the Star is about hope and aspiration with the Star energy showing up here, and the Six of Wands. So I just feel that you're hoping with the Six of Wands for a particular type of outcome, because the Six of Wands is all about victory and confidence in a relationship. It's saying, yeah, I've got the right relationship. Yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. This is my partner. I really believe in this person, that type of thing. Yeah, I mean, you've got some amazing cards. I think the hopes that you've had, Six of Wands energy here. I think the hopes that you've had to be victorious and successful in this relationship, I see them as paying off again. It keeps saying things are paying off, and you got the 2 9s in the reading, which says that you're nearing a completion, you know, a cycle, a new phase. You're nearing it. You're very near there with these 2 9s showing up here. You've got the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so working compromise. Two of Pentacles energy. So there's a compromise here with the Two of Coins energy, or working to balance each other. Let's have a look at the next one. The Moon. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So we've got a Moon card here. Now the Moon can be the vision. The Two of Coins, transformation. It's also got the infinity symbol, which is kind of never ending as well. Let's have a look at this. The Star, your hopes and dreams. The Six of Wands, to have a successful relationship. Nine of Cups energy. I think that this is kind of coming to fruition. I mean, I certainly wouldn't say that that's kind of I wouldn't say that that card there, the Nine of Cups, is where it's like you're imagining anything here with this Nine of Cups energy. I was tempted to say that, and I thought, no, it doesn't feel like that with the Nine of Cups energy. It feels like you're realising it, because it's a card of satisfaction. All right, I feel that you're satisfied. I think that and that Six of Wands energy, the achievement card, achievement, the Star. So the hopes and dreams being achieved. I think that some of you guys are satisfied that your hopes and dreams have been achieved with that Six of Wands energy showing there. But I think you need to do something with these two cards. I still feel that you still need to compromise the Moon energy. the vision. There needs to be a compromise here, but also there is a never ending something. The Two of Coins is all about the never ending. It's the infinity symbol. It's forever. It's never ending. It's for infinity and beyond. The moon energy is all about a romantic or a deep vision or a deep desire. Two of Coins energy. There's a desire here. Two of Coins energy. It's interesting, that card is the Two of Coins. I mean, you've got multiple twos in the reading, which I don't think is bad in this reading. I'm not reading that anyway, in this love reading. I do feel that there are alternate states within this relationship. It might kind of, flip. But this is a cycle here as well. Phases. There's a phase. Transformation. There's a phase here. Moon means phase. And, the Two of Pentacles and the moon can also mean emotional roller coaster, or somebody who is emotionally up and down. I'm seeing emotionally feeling up and down. I do feel here that there's still some emotional up and downness though with those cards. I feel in the main everything is good, but for some reason I'm going to clarify what that's about, because I actually feel with this Two of Coins and the moon energy that you go through phases of being up and down though, because this is going through a phase. Cyclical phases of the Two of Coins energy being swinging from left to right, yes, no, up, down. I feel that you go through phases of kind of feeling good about stuff and not feeling so good. We'll see what that's about. What's this? Actually, we're going to get the Light Seers Tarot on this. Actually, let's have a look. So, what is this Two of Coins and the moon about? Because that's emotional up and downness. That is emotional. This is somebody who was, because the Two of Coins sways from one thing to the other, and then you've got the emotion card of the moon. This can be somebody who is emotionally up and down, or somebody who goes through this emotional roller coaster. It might be there's a phase here of kind of being up and down, maybe certain but uncertain. It feels good, it does. Let's have a look. And things are paying off, but there's some uncertainty, I think, within those two cards. What do you mean by the Two of Pentacles and the moon in two cards? What do you mean? What do you mean by that Two of Pentacles? Can you explain the Two of Pentacles and the moon in another way in light of this reading, please? Two cards. Right, the Strength card. So it's all about having strength, okay? The Two of Wands is reversed. All right, Two of Wands in the reverse. I think it's to go beyond your borders and do something different. So it's about coming out of the comfort zone. In the Two of Wands, how I read that card at Rhodes, it's a safe place. It's being... it's not, can you see how she looks outside of the window and she wants to go out into the world. She wants to go beyond her borders, but she's too afraid. In the reverse, this is all about going beyond your borders, literally going out. And somebody has to have the strength to do that. And that might be where moving things to the next phase. So what I think might be happening here in love for some of you Cappies is that, there's give and take within this relationship. And I think that you and a partner work together as harmoniously in this partnership. I think that you work together with the Three of Coins harmoniously. All right, I think you work together very well. And I feel that because of that, you are nearly at a place now where you're starting to see the fruits of your labour with the Seven of Coins. You're starting to see things paying off, all right? I feel that you have achieved most of your hopes and dreams here, and I feel that you're satisfied that you've achieved most of your hopes and dreams, but I feel that one of you seems to be questioning. It might be you, Capricorn, because the Two of Coins is first decan Capricorn, so it might be you who seems to be weighing things up though. Two of Coins is also weighing things up. So even though I feel that in the main, for relationships, for you Capricorn this week, it's either you or the partner. It could be you though, because you are, it's either you or... I get the impression it's you. I think if you're a man, could also be the female, and you're heterosexual, it could be the female partner in the moon, all right? Or it could be a Cancerian that you're dealing with or something. But I get the impression that in the main, where you work together harmoniously, there's give and take. It's a lovely energy between you and the partner. You're starting to see things paying off. You're very nearly seeing things paying off in that. Maybe there's an offer of marriage on the cards, that type of thing. Moving in together, that type of thing, and where you're quite confident with the Six of Wands energy, that all of the, you're confident and you're contented that all your hopes and dreams have literally been achieved in this relationship. Some of you guys are weighing things up. You seem to go through phases with the moon energy of kind of, I do think that you seem to go through phases. It's either you or the partner, even though everything has been achieved. It's lovely energy. You're getting what you want in the relationship. There are times that you go through phases where you're weighing things up with that Two of Coins. And I think the reason for that is because there is kind of like the thought, am I strong enough to go into the next phase of this relationship? Two of Wands in the reverse. Are we strong enough to come out of the safety zone? Because I think that whatever it is that you've been doing in the relationship, Capricorn, up until this point in these areas here has been great. It's been good. It's been everything that you wanted it to be. It's been everything that you expected. But I feel now is the time to break that mold. And the Two of Wands in the reverse for me, especially in this deck, is about breaking the mold. Are you strong enough with the strength energy, with the Two of Wands energy, to come out of the comfort zone and maybe to to take the relationship in a new direction with the Two of Wands in the reverse? Now, the Two of Wands in the reverse can talk about a massive gulf in a relationship. So it might also be that the phases that you go through where you're kind of weighing things up is because it might be with the strength energy. Maybe there is something to do with a strong indicator that there is a massive gulf as well with that Two of Wands between you and the partner. Though everything's been achieved, it's been lovely, there still might be, you might think, but yeah, there's still something that makes me feel that we're not completely together. We've worked really good as a partnership, but there's something that makes me feel that maybe we're not completely as tight as I thought we were. But in the other way to look at this, I think, is also that there's phases of kind of doubt, I would say, now with that Two of Coins, because it's all about having that strength to go beyond the unknown, okay, to take the relationship into a new direction and a new phase. Some of you guys, it's either you or the partner are not entirely sure, though you have everything, whether you really want to do that. All right, what we're going to do now is we are going to quickly have a look at what it is that you need to surrender to this week in your final oracle reading. What is it that Capricorn needs to be surrendering to this week? What is it that Capricorn needs to be surrendering to this week? Show me. Surrender to miracles. Wow. So it says here, Capricorn, be open to miracles occurring in your life this week. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Wow. Oh, nice one, Capricorn. I love this reading. You know, I love doing my YouTube channel. It just makes me feel good when I see stuff like this. It just really makes me feel awesome. Ah, it's wonderful. And it's your birthday month as well, babes. Lovely. All right, that's your reading, my darlings. If you'd like a private reading, click on my link, on the link to my website in the comment section or the description box. There's also a host of goodies on the YouTube channel now as well. You've got your month ahead on the channel sitting there. You can check that out. You've also got your pick a reading, reading where you pick reading 1, 2 or 3. It's for singles or couples, so you can look at that. I think there's other stuff on there as well. I'll leave links and stuff like that you can look at stuff, okay? All right, love you guys loads. Take care. Bye-bye.